I'm Greta from Scandinavian Today. I am going to make some very traditional and famous Swedish cupcakes, princess cupcakes. And they were actually invented in the 30s. So they've been around for a long time, and in Sweden they're using them for graduation parties, birthdays, weddings, any kind of holiday event, because they are so delicious. And of course the marzipan, which is covering the cupcake, gives it a nice touch. And I should mention to you that since there are several steps involved in making those cupcakes, I suggest that go ahead and make a couple of things, let's say the custard, the whipped cream, and even the marzipan. Make it the day before you bake the cupcakes. Spread it out a little bit so you have enough time to get it all together. So, but of course you can also make it just in one day. It's up to you. By the way, I almost forgot to let you know that the third week in September is the Princess Tart Week. So that's why we better make it now. So let's get started making them. And here we have the ingredients for my princess cupcakes. 1½ cup of flour, 1 cup of sugar, half a cup of milk. I have 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 8 tablespoons of butter, and 2 eggs. So now I'll mix all those ingredients. So I added all the dry ingredients and I'm pouring it into my mixer now. And then I'll add the butter and start mixing the butter into the flour mixture. And now I add the butter and I'll start the mixer and let it blend it in till the butter, turns into small pieces. And you can see here I'm mixing in the butter and keep doing it until the butter turns into tiny pieces. And you can see the butter is mixed into tiny pieces. So I can now add the remaining ingredients, the milk with the eggs mixed in, and I'll add it little by little. Let the mixer do the rest. So this is finished and I can put it in the cupcakes and bake it. I'm going to bake it at 375. And here you see the cupcakes. So I pour in the batter. And I got 11 cupcakes out of this portion. I don't want them to be too small because I still have to work with them. So the cupcakes are in the oven and I'll be back in about 15 minutes to check on them. They probably need to bake between 15 to 20 minutes at 375. And the cupcakes took 20 minutes to get finished. You can see they're a little bit brown on the top and they're firm. Of course you can use a toothpick and stick in to make sure it's all baked. And now I let them cool down before I continue with the process. And here you see the rest of the ingredients I'm going to use for my princess cupcakes. I'm going to use whipped cream, custard, and I should tell you that I do have a video where I show you how I make the custard. So hopefully you also take a look at that. Raspberry jam. I have about 1 pound of marzipan or almond paste. And I have fruit colors, red and green. About 1/5 of the marzipan I'm going to make red because I'm going to make some little red flowers, and the rest of the marzipan is going to be green. And if your green marzipan turns out to be a little bit too dark for you, then just add a few drops of the yellow coloring here, and that will make it perfect. And I pour a couple of drops of green food color on here and mix it in. And I might need a little bit more, but I'll start mixing it and then I'll find out. And here, for about 1/5 of the marzipan, I'm going to make red and make little flowers. So now I'm going to mix this up. So here I mixed the green into the marzipan, but it looks like I got it a little bit too dark. Usually the marzipan on the Princess Cupcakes is not that dark, so I want to lighten it, and I can do that by adding drops of yellow food color. So this is what I'm doing, and then I'll start mixing that in, and hopefully I get a nice lighter color now. I just keep working on it. And of course it takes a while to get it all in there. And you just keep mixing, kneading it until it's evenly colored all over. And it looks like the green one is just about finished now. And I already have the red part done here, as you can see. So I mixed the red color in the marzipan, and also I added about 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and now I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon of honey. And then I'm going to shape the small roses for the Princess Cupcakes. Okay, so here mixing in the honey. Okay, so I'm now going to roll it. It's a nice smooth roll. And of course, depending on how big you want your roses, that's how big you want the circles to be. But this should be fine. Today I'm going to make very small, cute roses. And now I'm going to put it in a plastic bag and leave it in the refrigerator for about an hour to get colder, so it's easier to work with. And now I have it in a plastic bag. I put it in the refrigerator for about an hour, and then I'll continue. So here I slice 3 circles. Okay, 2, 3. And then I press them. And I also press this part a little bit. And I do that with all of them. Okay. Okay, squeeze it out a little bit more. Okay, now I put them together. And I roll them up. Then I cut it in half. I cut it in half, and then I got 2 little roses out of it. So it's pretty easy to do, and I think they're cute. And you can also roll it out with a rolling pin, which I'm doing now. I'm going to cut it up, and then I'm going to cut it out with a glass. Let's see. Okay, I want to make sure it's big enough. I need 3 little circles. Okay, roll it out just a little bit more. started. 1, 2, and I need one more circle. Just squeeze this together, and here we have another circle. And then I'm going to press the circles a little bit on each side. Here comes the last one. Okay, and then I'm going to put them on top of each other. Like that. Okay, and alright, let's see, hold on. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to roll them up. And you can see I get a little pretty rose here on each side, and I actually get 2 out of this. Here we have the 2 roses. Aren't they cute? And of course then you can open them up a little bit. So they spread out the leaves a little bit. And there I have my roses for my Swedish princess cupcakes. So here we have the colored marzipan, the green marzipan. I'm going to roll it out because I'm going to cut it out in circles and cover the cupcakes with the green marzipan. And I'm rolling out the marzipan. I don't want it to be too thick. Cut out circles that just fit on top of the cupcakes. And I'll finish my princess cupcakes. I cut off a little bit of the top at first. Then I scoop out some of the inside of the cupcake. And I'm adding raspberry jam to the center, and on top of that I am putting some of the custard, and then we are getting some whipped cream on top. And the final step is to add the green marzipan to cover it all up. And on top of that, we're getting a little red marzipan rose. And I'll continue to make all of them. Of course, I decorate my cupcakes with little pink roses. However, if you don't have that, I suggest you could also decorate the cupcakes with a couple of raspberries. That will also look pretty nice. Or if you have strawberries, but of course the tradition is the marzipan roses. So here you see some of my finished princess cupcakes ready to be eaten and enjoyed. So I can now taste my princess cupcake. I think it looks good, and I know it's going to taste great. I've been looking forward to this. It was some work to make it. It wasn't the fastest cupcake, but I think the combination of the filling I put inside and the topping with the marzipan, everything combined just is great. I know that. So here we go. I could eat this almost every day, I would say. That's how good it is. Hopefully you will also enjoy it. Please subscribe to our channel. And I thank you very much for watching. Take care. And please let me know if you have any requests. I'll be happy to hear from you. Skål!